Hey there, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Shell, and I guess it's my turn to do the Meet the Alters video. We won't be doing these videos in any particular order. It's just kind of whenever the person who's fronting also has the opportunity to make a video. So far Angel's been the only one that's had the opportunity to do so. The past few weeks really have been really difficult, a lot of dissociation, a lot of rapid switching. So it's been hard for us to be able to sit down and film. So Angel, I believe, is the one that came up with the prompts for the questions. And so when I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at the notes that she wrote. So like I said, my name is Shell, and my role is the host of the system. So that means that I am in charge of day-to-day life. It's my job that we do. It's my family that we take care of. Now everybody does see our son as our son, but I am like the primary caretaker for him. I am also the main decision maker when it comes to major life choices. I am learning to be more diplomatic with it, but I do get final say, with the exception of Cameron, who is able to veto me. As far as age, I am in my late 30s. My pronouns are she, her. My orientation is mostly straight. Physical appearance, I identify with the body. To an extent, I do suffer with body dysmorphia, so what I see in the mirror is not necessarily what I think I should be seeing. But aside from that, for the most part, I do identify with the body. As far as likes go, that's really difficult for me. I have spent my whole life not really being able to tell like what it is that I like or what my interests are. They always seem to be changing depending on my mood. Now I know it's because there were all these other people in my head who had their own interests, and I just didn't realize that that's what was happening. I am working on trying to figure out who I am as Shell, without all of the background noise from the others. I do kind of feel like the rest of the crew, they all like know who they are, and I feel like I'm the only one that's really kind of like, I can't describe myself to people. But I am learning some of the things that I do like for colors, I'm really like turquoise and teal and Tiffany blue, that kind of range of colors. I also like rose gold. As far as favorite food goes, I really like cheese fries. They're my comfort food. If I'm having a bad day or going through a bad time, cheese fries is my go-to. I also really, really like gumbo. I just wish it wasn't so expensive to make. If the ingredients were cheaper, I would definitely make it more often. But because there's a lot of seafood involved in it, it can get really pricey to make. And it also takes a really long time to cook because it has to simmer for a long time. As far as music goes, I like all sorts of music, and really like the only music I don't like is like heavy metal. Everything else I either like or can tolerate. And then dislikes, I don't like bugs. I hate bugs. I have arachnophobia, but really almost all bugs are going to freak me out. I am not the person to kill a spider for you. And I don't deal with them very well. And in fact, having to deal with bugs on my own can sometimes trigger a switch, and sometimes Ariana or Cam have to step in, to handle the situation. I also, and I know this is really weird and I don't know where it comes from, but I hate buttons. They disgust me. I don't know what it is about them, but they really gross me out. I can tolerate them on like certain types. I can tolerate on some clothing, but like if I were to see one like laying out, like even the thought of seeing one of them laying out on their own, like just, ugh, it's so gross to me. I don't know what it is, but that's like my weird fact. I also don't like beans of any sort, really. I think it's mostly a texture thing for me, although the taste isn't really that great either. Fun fact, we did find out that Ariana can actually tolerate beans, like she doesn't like them per se, but she can eat them. Whereas for me, eating them is really like, it causes me anxiety when I have to eat them. Now, as far as origin story, I mean, I've been the host since we were kids. We don't believe I'm the original host. My memories start around the age of 9, with like only a few flashes of memory before that. But I think if I wasn't the original, then I probably split from the original, because I don't really have any other story or background aside from what the body has. And yeah, I guess that's it. I kind of feel like I'm the least interesting alter. I think a lot of hosts can feel like that. As the host, especially a long-time host, I spent most of my life not realizing that I was being influenced by the other alters. So trying to describe myself can be really difficult. But I am working on learning and working with my therapist on trying to be able to figure out who I am, separate from the rest of the crew. So hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next alter intro. Take care.